Hi Tera fans, this is Tera Solo Gamer. Today I'm just going to be talking about the February events that have been announced. So for those of you who do not know, you can always go into your main menu under events, and you want to go to event in progress, and that will take you to the web browser on your console. At least for Xbox, I assume PlayStation works the same way. Alright, there's the February event. Before we get to that, I'll go ahead and scroll down to Strongbox jackpot event. Alright, that is going on through February the 9th. So you still got about a week and a half or so left on that. If you happen to have any locked strong boxes, then you can use Strongbox keys to open them, and you have these probabilities of getting those items. And as you can see, you're looking at, like, for the Destructive Chandra, 1/10 of 1% chance, Stigma Feedstock Superior, 0.4% chance, so on and so forth. And then you can get random Stigma Shards, gems, healing potions, etc. and so forth. I did a video before where I opened, I think, about 50 or so lock strong boxes and didn't really get much of anything. So when we have the daily accumulated login events and certain other events, we sometimes get free Strongbox keys given to us. I always recommend you save up those keys till we have an event going on like this. So if you've been saving your keys, now would be the time to use them. I personally do not recommend that you go to the Tera store and buy any for money, although you can. They are in the Tera store. You can buy Strongbox keys for money if you want. I personally don't recommend that because I've never gotten much of anything. Most people I talk to, they don't get much of anything. But there is that tiny little itty-bitty probability you might get something really cool. So it's your call. I know I work really hard to get my money, and I spend it however I want. So, you know, if you decide that's how you want to spend your money, it's up to you. You earned your money. But my personal recommendation, whenever we get free Strongbox keys, save them up for these events and use the free ones that you've already received. And right now would be the time to use them if you have been saving them up. All right, now let's get into the February events. And don't worry about that first time period because there's different time periods here. Okay, we're going to have a hot time event from 4 February to 5 February, and again, 18 February to 19 February. You know, special thanks for playing on weekends. You get an item every 30 minutes for a total of 9 items. So you get the first one within a couple of minutes of logging in. It always takes a minute or two before it actually shows up. And then you'll get 8 more after that every 30 minutes. So it takes 4 hours. So try to stay logged in 4 hours during those weekends. You only get 9 items for the entire weekend. So say the 4th of February, you log in for 4 hours, you're going to get all 9 items. If you don't log in on the 4th, on the 5th, you can still log in for 4 hours. You're not going to miss anything. So that's how the way it works. And it shows you the items there. We usually get Stormcry items and stuff. And it's free stuff. So it's worth logging in for a few hours, even if you're kind of just logging in and not really doing much with the game if you don't have to be playing it, you know. Now, from 10 February through 12 February, and again, 24 February to 26 February, we'll have an item XP times 2 event. So when you're working on item experience points for your gear and your accessories, you know, doing Island of Dawn hunting or any other Vanguard requests or whatever that happen to award item XP, then the item XP will be doubled during those dates. And then we're going to have item XP times 3 events where the amount of item XP you get is tripled. So if you're working on upgrading some of your lower level gear, because when you get up to the highest level gear that we have now, it no longer uses item XP. It's just pure percentage chance, tiny little percentage chance, you know, of upgrading. And you get a little bit tiny extra percentage chance every time you fail. But the lower grade stuff, you know, all the other stuff, you work on item XP to give you a higher percentage chance of enchanting it. So those are your opportunities right there to get the bonus XP, so you get up a little quicker. And again, item XP times 3 is 3 February to 5 February, 17 February to 19 February, and then 3 March to 5 March. So watch out for those dates for extra XP. We're going to have a Stormcry Gear Enchanting Jackpot event It's going to be 26 January through 9 February, so it's going on right now. You still got about a week and a half or so. And then again, 17 February to 19 February, and then again 3 March through 5 March. So whenever you're trying to enchant your Stormcry gear, you will be getting ×2 on your percentage chance of enchanting. So typically if you're trying to enchant your Stormcry and you had, say, a 20% on a particular piece of gear, it's going to be a 40% chance during those time periods. And again, you can work on your item XP ×2 or your item XP ×3 on those other dates that we already talked about. Whoops, just a button. I hate doing the browser on a console. Yeah, those dates there. And then we're going to have Heroic Oath Gear Enchanting Jackpot event from 26 January to 9 February. So it's going on right now. You still got about maybe a week and a half left on that. And you get, again, double the percentage chance for each level of enchantment. But for the Heroic Oath gear, it only applies from levels 0 through 6. Once you get to enchanting level 6, anything beyond that, you're on your own. You don't get the extra enchantment bonuses. Now, there's going to be a level up event going on right now, 26 January through 8 March. We typically have that ongoing all the time. Once it ends on 8 March, probably they'll start it again the next maintenance or two after that. That's what usually happens. Level up events, typically it's every 10 levels starting at like level 15. So it's like level 15, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then again at 65. You usually get like special little bonus boxes when you hit those particular levels when you're leveling up a new character. And you're usually looking at stuff like some temporary outfits, temporary pet with gathering ability, auto loot ability, things like that. But you also might get some Noctinium elixirs and maybe some other stuff like that. So just free stuff that you get while you're leveling up during those events. And again, that's typically ongoing all the time. And we have the login event going on right now, started on 26 January through 8 March. The time period for the event is actually much longer than the amount of items you will get if you log in each day. So if you miss a few days here and there, you can miss a total of a few days, I don't know the exact number, and still get all the items. But even if you end up not getting all the items, it's free stuff, so log in. And I'll tell you right now, I've been, about 2 months ago, I started playing Elder Scrolls Online. So now whenever I'm logged in on my Xbox, I'm normally playing Elder Scrolls Online. But before I go into my Elder Scrolls Online, I typically will log into Tera at least long enough to get into my main character here and go grab my daily accumulated login event because it's free stuff. So it takes like a couple of minutes to get logged in, then I'll log right back out if I don't happen to be playing Tera that day. All right, so it's the login event. And from 10 February to 12 February, and again 24 February to 26 February, it'll be ×1.5 drop rate increase for all dungeons. So any dungeons you're doing, instead of the regular drop rate, it'll be 1.5 times that amount. So a little bit of extra drops if you're one of those people who does multiplayer dungeons. I personally don't do multiplayer dungeons, because I'm a solo player, but I know a lot of people watching these do. And then we have a level boosting event from 26 January through 9 February. So about a week and a half left on that. I honestly don't know what that means. Unless maybe you're getting some extra experience points while you're trying to level up a new character. So if you got a character that's somewhere between levels 1 and below 65, you haven't made it to 65 yet, getting some kind of level boosting there. I really don't know what that means. I know what the level up event is, but level boosting event, I'm not sure. Maybe get some extra XP. If you're working, on leveling up a new character, then you may know what that means because you may have seen whatever it is you're getting. So those are the February events that will be going on. A couple of them have already begun. So let me get out of the browser. Oh, I'm actually still logged in. Sometimes I'll do that and I won't be logged in anymore. Just to show you really quickly, if I remember where it even is. Is it services? If you are one of those people who wants to spend your money on Strongbox keys, they're here under the services section in the Tera store. You can buy a stack of 5 for $450. Again, my personal recommendation, don't. Don't pay money for them. Always gather them up when we get free ones for certain events. And as you can see, we mentioned the accumulated daily login event that's going on right now. I've already gotten my first few days worth of stuff. And we got what, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so a total of 30 items, but it's going on through early March. So like I said, you can miss a few days and still get it. The big payoff this time around is going to be superior only stigma chest. Most of it is the oh wow, I didn't notice that. Most of it's the typical stuff we get during these, but I see that on the next to the last day there's something called a party dress box B. Contains a white party dress. Okay, so there's a free outfit that you can get for one of your characters if you're doing a daily accumulated login event and you make it up to day 29. There you go. But what I really wanted to show you is on day 28, you get 10 free Strongbox keys. And on day 8, you get 10 free Strongbox keys. So if you do this one, that's a total of 20 keys right there. We typically get at least a few. I think we normally get like 5 or so. I think 10 is more than usual. I may be wrong. But again, whenever we have these kind of events or certain other events, when you get free Strongbox keys, save them up because they're free. Save them until you get this kind of event going on to open Strongboxes. So, yeah, because it's free. Now, that is really all there is for the February events. So what I'm going to do is say that if you are done watching the video, that's all you needed to see, then enjoy Tera and happy gaming. However, if you want to hang out for a few minutes, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I happen to have 23 free Strongbox keys that I've saved up from previous events where they've given us the free keys. And I pulled 23 Strongboxes out of my bank. And I'm going to go ahead and just open 23 boxes, see if we'll get anything. Like I said, I've done this before. I did a video where I think I opened around 50 boxes, didn't get much of anything. Over the past more than 4.5 years that I've been playing this on console, since it first came to console, I've hardly ever gotten anything from these things. So again, I recommend using free keys that you get from events. I don't personally recommend paying for them. But you work for your own money, you work hard for it like I do, then I know you want to spend it however you feel like spending it. So, that's up to you. Your call. It's just my recommendation. But I'm going to go ahead and open these. And again, all I'm going to do for the rest of this video is let these pop open. So if you don't want to watch this part, then we're done. And you go ahead and have fun there. So when it comes to these, you have to have the keys and you have to have the Strongboxes, even if it's just one key, whatever. And you... On Xbox, you can see at the bottom it says press Y for the menu. If you're on PlayStation, it'll tell you what button to hit. And my options are use a Strongbox key or destroy it. Of course, I'm going to use a Strongbox key. So let me hit that. And now it shows the Strongbox key down there. And I'm going to hit A to confirm at the bottom. PlayStation will tell you at the bottom, confirm whatever button. All right, and I got 8 stigma shards. And you see my options at the bottom there. One is Y auto open. PlayStation will tell you what button to hit to auto open. I'm going to hit that and just let it roll. Crystal binds, stigma shards, additive powders. Zerks, I can't even use them because I'm level 65. I have Versks, which are higher level stuff. Rejuvenation potions, stigma shards, divine infusions. Cruxes, which I don't use because I'm level 65. That's lower level stuff. Lower level Zerks, crystal binds, stigma shards. And there we go. A whole bunch of junk as usual. I got nothing. Okay, so most of it was lower level stuff that I can't even use anyway because I'm already level 65 and some of that stuff. So, I just wanted to let you guys see that was 23 boxes that we opened up. So, that was whoop-de-doo, All right, so that's it for the video. So enjoy Tera and happy gaming.